Okay, embarrassing. Not something I like to point out, but I forgot a couple things. I forgot my wedding ring, much to my wife's chagrin, and I went ahead and forgot my watch. Both those things a little embarrassing, only if you know them, which I've just told you, but otherwise it's pretty negligible. The big thing though is that no one's really gonna remember this. No one's gonna be constantly looking at my hand. Your website, however, that's a completely different thing that you don't want to go ahead and leave parts of at home. Hi, I'm Remso Martinez, one of Las Vegas's top fractional CMOs, and today I want to go ahead and talk to you about the most extensive study that has ever been done of Boulder City businesses. What my team and I did was we assembled an audit of 99 small businesses, restaurants, boutiques, you name it. And the results were more than surprising. What we found out when looking at these 99 businesses is that 61% of them had a registered domain and a website, which, 61%, not too great. But when we actually dove a little bit deeper, we found something a little bit more disturbing. 51% of them were both functional and complete, meaning that the load times were good, they actually took you to the right page, and then they actually had the correct info. They didn't have filler pages or empty pages. You could find all the information that you wanted. So that's 51% of the 99 businesses that we went ahead and looked at. That's basically meaning that half the city is virtually invisible online. So if 51% of the 99 businesses have a functional and complete website, what is everyone else doing? Well, the results vary. A majority of businesses in town have either a Facebook page, an Instagram page, or a LinkedIn. The problem though is a couple of things. One, those aren't your platforms. The algorithm can change tomorrow. You could get booted for no reason. You can get easily hacked. So that leaves you in a pretty messed up position. But the other thing is that when it comes to just having a social media page, whether it's really big or whether it's just really optimized, it goes ahead and it tells people, hey, we're not going to do a little bit more. We're not actually going to go ahead and dive into the other things that you need to qualify us when you're comparing us versus someone else when it comes to deciding where to spend your money. On a practical note, when it comes to Google searches, you're less likely to be found because Google is not going to chronicle social media accounts the same way that they're going to go ahead and look at your website. So if you're entirely dependent on Facebook or Instagram, but you don't have a website, that means a majority of the people that are searching for you, especially if they're first-time customers or they're coming into town, they're probably not going to see you at all. The other thing too is that much like books, we do judge them based off their covers. If you don't have a complete website, a couple things are going to happen. One, you fall into what I call the good enough trap. The good enough trap is basically saying it exists, it has some of the basic info, why should we do more? It's good enough. People are going to judge. They have to choose between option A and option B, and option A looks like a child put it together and option B looks like a professional put it together. They're going to think, what is this person going to do to make sure that I'm getting the best quality? And they're most likely going to go ahead and go with the professional one. The other thing too is that a lot of these pages that we found, they're incomplete. The good enough trap basically says is that you can leave a whole bunch of stuff on your website basically empty, especially if you went ahead and got it from a build your own site or a drag and drop site like GoDaddy or Arrow or any of the others out there, Wix, Squarespace, Weebly, you call it, whatever you want. If it's a drag and drop site and you've left most of them completely empty, people are gonna think, wow, they just said this is good enough and they left it alone. What are the pages that just say coming soon? What are the pages saying tell your story? It's good enough equals it's probably crap. Okay, yeah, we definitely need to go ahead and move into a shadier spot. But the last point on this is, especially when it comes to small towns that depend on tourism, you're not just competing against Vegas or Henderson, you're competing against everybody. So if your website's incomplete, if it's outdated, people aren't just going to wonder whether or not the quality is good, they're gonna wonder whether or not your doors are even open. An incomplete site is basically like an incomplete office or an incomplete storefront. People are going to judge. So websites actually performed a lot better than many other businesses and towns did. They were more likely to have completed websites, but we're still talking a fraction of what you would consider a good digital footprint. So here's the thing, restaurant owners, it's not good enough to just have an Instagram page or a Facebook page. Remember what we were discussing earlier about people deciding where they're going to go? Here's the big thing that you're losing out on. When you don't have a website, and when you don't have a website that features your address, your hours, what your menu is and that type of stuff. It's not going to not only not get you any customers, but when people are coming into town and they're Googling restaurants near me, or they're going to go to ChatGPT and they're going to say, hey, where are the local restaurants near me? You're basically invisible. You're not going to show up. So as we go ahead and start to wrap up, a couple things to consider. One, your website isn't just there to be there. It's there to go ahead and give customers a clear sign whether or not you're trustworthy, you're open, and it gives them the information they need to go ahead and make a quick decision. But more importantly, the lack of a website signals a lot of things. One, if you don't have your website down, which is the basis of everything that you need to go ahead and build a good digital footprint, that's going to indicate to people that something's probably not right. And if something's probably not right with your website, I really doubt that the rest of your marketing is totally fine, because this isn't just one of those things to consider. This is the basis for everything. If this isn't good, I really doubt a lot of other things are going good. An outdated website isn't just costing you money, it's harming your reputation. But luckily, my team can go ahead and get you a brand new website, rebuilt, redesigned in 5 days or less, with SEO, with a monthly report, and a quarterly call with an expert who is dedicated to helping your account succeed. Go ahead and check out the link below, and let's get started today. Don't let a bad or an incomplete website, or no website at all, be the reason why you're not getting more customers. I'm Remso Martinez. Thanks a ton.